In this video, I want you to explain in detail, so it's going to be a detailed guide how to use one device, EP133 KO2, the sampler, in order to sequence and independently control up to 40 synthesizers, 40 physical individual synthesizers, synths, controlled from one device, and maybe even more. But God, who wants to control more than 40 synthesizers simultaneously? Maybe I know one guy who wanted to do this, but nevertheless. So this is going to be the step-by-step guide how to approach this, how to do this. Because when you start your music journey, you acquire step-by-step synths, and you're facing a couple of problems. The first problem that you face is where do you physically store them, because they all different size and shapes, and some of them small, some of them huge, and this is a big problem. The second problem is how do you connect these MIDI devices, and the third problem is how do you make them sound all together. So audio connectivity, audio interface, in and outs, stuff like that, and effects processing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use EP133 KO2 in order to send independent MIDI signals to different MIDI channels in order to control 40 and even more synths independently. So stick with me, and in this video is going to be step-by-step guide how to do this. So of course, EP133 KO2 by itself can control up to 16 synths, up to 16 devices, because there's limitation in MIDI, only 16 channels. But if you acquire a couple of other devices, you can technically control them from just one device, synchronize them from just one device. But let's start with EP133 KO2. How can you control 16? Let's start with the 16 devices. How can you control 16 devices from just one sampler and send individual MIDI channels, individual sequences? And this little thing, this KO2, have pretty advanced sequencer. In my opinion, more advanced than any other MIDI keyboard controller, physical controller, or sequencer are. Because, and by the way, this video is not sponsored by anything and anyone, any company. All gear or all devices that going to be used in this video, it's bought by me, by my hard-earned money. So no sponsorship for this video. I'm just warning you this. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just sharing my experience. So, okay, let's dive into how do you control 16 independent MIDI channels with just one device. And after that, we extend this up to 20 and up to 40 and even 60. So let's start with EP133 KO2. So how can you control with this one device, with this KO2 103 KO2 sampler, 64 megabyte sampler composer? How can you control up to 16 MIDI channels? There's limitation. MIDI can transmit only 16 channels. So in order to do this, you need to adjust this device, and I'll show you how to do this right now. So currently, I'm connected two synthesizers, one on pad 8 and one on pad 4. They are currently on a channel 1, channel 1 and channel 2. But you can extend it up to 16 independent MIDI channels. And let's begin from the start. So the main button. So you are in the main menu, like in the main menu. In order to assign the independent MIDI channel to specific pad, you need to press Shift and Sound. And using plus and minus keys, you have the parameters of a particular pad. So in this particular pad, you go to MIDI, and by using this orange knob, this sample knob, you can change MIDI channels up to 16 from off to MIDI channel 6. So you can assign every pad individually to specific MIDI channel that you want. This is a great ability for this small device, and this small device is a pretty advanced sequencer, and in my opinion, more convenient to use than any sequencer on the synthesizer or in a MIDI keyboard. Well, of course, if you use Ableton Live, sequencer is probably more convenient, but it's a computer, it's a screen. We all wanted to get out from the screen, from those virtual. There's too much of screens in our lives. So this is sequencer is far more advanced than a sequencer in many physical keyboards, and even the Arturia KeyStep PRO that I have right here. But nevertheless, so we assigned the MIDI channel 1. So how can we control it? So we need just to press key, the button key. So we press key, and we control, and now we control synth on channel 1, and we can just play it. And also we can connect MIDI keyboard to MIDI input of KO2 EP133, and we can control this channel, this device, from MIDI keyboard if you more convenient to use this that way. So you can control this sampler from the physical keyboard, whatever you like. And so after you connect it, you can record it. You can record anything. You can record pretty advanced sampling. This is not a matter of this video, but you can find tutorials online how can you use this sampler, and you can record pretty complex melodies, pretty long, because this has it records up to 99 bars. It can record up to 99. Let's see. Yeah, so you can make 99 bars of a sequence and independently send them to 16 independent MIDI channels. So you can create insane arpeggios, insane melodies with this small device. Okay, let's go to the main. So how can you assign the second synthesizer? So we need to exit from the K mode, and this is the second synth that I'm assigning on the channel 2, and we just start again, and I'm going to show you. You press Shift and press Sound. Be careful, because you need to be in a main mode, a main menu. You just press Shift and press Sound, and you enter the different settings from this particular sound. And this particular sound, you also go to MIDI, and with this orange knob, you just choose whatever the MIDI channel you wanted to apply this pad. So I choose MIDI channel 2. So after that, you just press main and you got it. You just need to assign, and you need to set your synths to MIDI channel 2 or whatever, MIDI channel 5, 6 up to 16, and you press K again and you play it. And if you synth have arpeggio, you can synth. So you can control. So I can show you how to control 2 synths, but you can control up to 16 and record sequences in this KO2 and use it as a sequencer for 16 independent tracks, for 16 independent synthesizers. That's amazing that you can do this from this small device. And I just want to show you like a demo with these 2 synthesizers. So I press play and I need to so this is a small melody that just, and after you start playing those 2 synthesizers, you can adjust the physical knobs, physical buttons in order to achieve the sound that you like. Okay, so you got it. So how can you control up to 20 MIDI channels? In order to control up to 20 MIDI channels, we need to second device. And by the way, you need to MIDI through box probably in order to control 16 MIDI channels, because there's a lot of connections. If you have synths with MIDI through, you can just use the MIDI through on your synthesizer, or you can MIDI through, you can use a separate device, separate box for MIDI through. So let's go deeper. Let's go deeper on the ground. So if you want to control additional 4 MIDI channels, you can use Arturia KeyStep PRO 37, and Arturia have 4 individual MIDI channels. And you can use this keyboard and sync from the KO2 from EP103. You can use sync out from this small sampler to sync in to KeyStep PRO. And when you start play, when you push the play button on the sampler, so Arturia will sync. You need to adjust the settings. You need to press Shift and Project. You need to press Shift and Project, and using this wheel, you need to scroll down and find Sync and Input. You need to press Input, and you need to Source Clock. Source Clock. And this is going to be acquire the sync from the clock, and you can control this device sync from the EP103. And after you do this, you just arrange individual sequencer or individual tracks. With this device, you can also have up to, I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's pretty much indefinite amount of bars here too, because you can combine them with chain mode. So you can up to 64 steps by default, and after you reach the limit of 64, you can just chain the patterns, and this is pretty complex. So you have 20, so EP103, gives you ability to control independently sequencing. In the same time, you can sequence 16 MIDI devices, 16 synthesizers, drum machines, and whatever MIDI device you wanted to control with it, and play it simultaneously with sequencing, with, playing music. Arturia KeyStep, it's a good companion because you can actually play with keys. You can play melodies to sampler, to KO2 from Arturia KeyStep PRO 37. You can control the sampler MIDI channels. And okay, this is a 20 channels. You probably need couple of cables, MIDI cables and MIDI through boxes, because this is a whole different story. How can you arrange? But if your devices have MIDI through in and out, in MIDI through out, so you just can use MIDI cables in order to use 20 synthesizers to control from this box. But if you want to go above, if you want to 40 synths control, you need to just double all this you need to just multiply by 2. So you need two KO2, 2 Arturia KeyStep 37, 2 MIDI, couple of MIDI cables. You need a lot of MIDI cables actually. And okay, but who wants to control 40 synthesizers simultaneously? I don't know. It's crazy, because how do you arrange them? It's mind-boggling, but you can possibly do this. Arturia KeyStep 37, KeyStep PRO, my apology, KeyStep PRO. It's really advanced keyboard. I don't know, maybe right now in the market something similar will appear, but I don't know the competitions. I think that's the only keyboard that can control up to 4 individual channels, and it costs pretty damn big money. I think $460 right now, and the white color and the black color Arturia KeyStep PRO cost around $500. I don't know why the black version is more expensive. I don't know, like black car, black, it's a more expensive color. Like Henry Ford said, you can drive car whatever color, just make sure that it's black, right? I don't know why they sell the black version. It's more expensive, but this is a reality. So you can control 40 synths, and you can synchronize from one device, from just one KO2 EP133. You just can push play button on the one device and control 40-60 synths simultaneously, instantaneously, in the same time. You can control a huge amount of this, and this crazy device actually. So this is my small guide, and if you like the approach that I have, and if you like information, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Please help me grow this channel. I have a lot of ideas, and I want to help you and solve my problem, and I hope I will help you to solve your problem, because this is a really tricky stuff we're discussing here. Okay, I wish you the very nice day. Good luck.